This is one where there are two stages. One before your ego has solidified. You are open to the radiance in descending series of those 5 Buddhas that represent the center and the 5 directions. And they will be experienced in sequence. First, the Buddha of the center, and then the Buddha of the east, south, west, and north. And if none of these radiances has been able to hold you, but you have been frightened of all, that's because you're still holding much too tightly to your ego. These same 5 Buddhas will turn into what's known as their wrathful aspect, and they'll seem horrific. They'll seem terrifying. They'll be there to smash your ego with terror. If this doesn't work, we come down still another stage. We're still at this chakra here, and there comes what is called the knowledge-holding aspect of these deities. Now, some people are unable to experience radiance, but they can listen to a lecture. I think it was Oscar Wilde who said, an American, if he was given a chance to choose between going to heaven and hearing a lecture about heaven, he'd go to the lecture. And so you've been unable to experience heaven, so perhaps you'll take a lecture about it. And maybe that'll save you. Now, up to this, or down to this point, you have been beyond the level of fear of death. That comes at the heart chakra. Then you come into the place of the 2 triangles, the upward and the downward pointed triangles, the place of decision and choice. This is the critical one. And the Lama will be telling you where you are on the way down and what to hold to and to try to do it. And here you are disintegrating, trying to have this realization that will release you from another birth. And finally we get down to this chakra here. Now come the terrors of death. Before this, death has been the ornament of life, which it is. Life without death in it's no life at all. It's just a fixture. But it's the process of death in you that is life, the burning. And so, down to here, death has been celebrated. I mean, they'll be saying, kill, kill, kill. Oh, wow, isn't this wonderful? And then down here, it all changes. This is the moment of decision. And I'll tell you what goes on there when we get there. It's a moment of terrific terror. And the Lama will say, do not be afraid. These powers that are tearing you apart and all that, they're just figments of your own imagination. They are, in the field of time, figments. Hold. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing to do. Hold the still point. The still point without moving. You've lost it. And when you lost it, great cliffs close behind you, and the upper regions are lost to you. And you're now caught in the descent through the last 3 chakras.
The Tibetan Book of the Dead is, in a sense, a map representing the stages of psychological experience turned upside down. We went up the track with the Kundalini, now we are going down. The moment of death is also the moment of illumination, that moment when you let go of ego, identify with the divine, and are released from the cycle of birth and reincarnation. But for most, release is not to be, and so the challenge becomes to stop the descent at the highest psychological stage. This allows you to be reborn at a higher level of consciousness than the life you have just lived.